Well, good morning, everybody. I'm William Brantley from South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to share with you yesterday's climate summary. I usually don't do a recording at midnight, but I thought I'd try it tonight just for fun. First of all, let me share with you, we actually set or tied a new record coldest low yesterday with a low at midnight of 24 degrees. That ties the record coldest low for November 10th for, 1991, 2008, and 2018. So the low at midnight was 24 degrees for yesterday, which ties the record of 24 degrees that was set in 1991 and 2008, and now 2018. And we have a potential of setting the record low for November the 11th, which is today, of 21 degrees in 1950 and 1960. Since we already have a temperature of 24 degrees at midnight, there's a chance that it may hit around 20 degrees by sunrise, even though there might be a few real high thin clouds moving in from Arkansas that might slow temperatures down slightly towards sunrise. But if they don't do it, we may be having a new record coldest low for November the 11th. Well, like I said, which is 21 degrees back in 1950 and 1960. We're tied in 1960. Alrighty, other than that, yesterday's low was 24 degrees at midnight, like I mentioned. And the high yesterday was 43 degrees, which almost broke the coldest or coolest high for the day. Yesterday's date, which was, I'm trying to find it real quick here, 41 degrees in 1950 was the coolest high for yesterday's date. So we only missed that by 2 degrees. An old record, but it still stands though, 41 for the coolest high in 1950 for yesterday's date. But we did tie the coldest low, like I mentioned. Alright, let me show you a couple of small graphs and then I'll conclude my midnight recording, which I usually don't do. I'll show you the current surface map according to the Weather Channel. And as you can see, there's a high pressure over West Virginia and Pennsylvania, kind of controlling our weather. There's a cold front moved through the other day that's way down in southern Florida, but now there's a trough, that's that red dotted line, going from northwestern Missouri way over to western Texas. There's a stationary front out west and the mountains of west of the U.S. And there's another system up north there in Nebraska. Well, I'd say the Dakotas, Minnesota, and the Montana area. There's a little snow up there in the Great Lakes area and New York, up in that part of the country. And other than that, everything is fairly precipitation free, with the exception of a little bit of rain down in parts of Alabama and Georgia. Now, speaking of that, let me go ahead and show you one more map. It's the whole nation, courtesy of AccuWeather. The whole nation, which shows you the precipitation's not even showing up down in Georgia, so I don't know where that came from the other map. Maybe it's a glitch in the computer. Who knows? There's the snow. It's blue to my eyes, but it's not quite that blue on the video. But it is blue up there around the Great Lakes area, like I mentioned. Parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then Michigan. A little bit over there in New York, and then some up into Maine. We have small pockets there, and on over into North Dakota, a little bit of Montana, and some there in Wyoming and Colorado, and a little bit of freezing rain looks like in Nebraska maybe. Other than that, very spotty and isolated. Otherwise, as clear as it can be for the most part across the country. And I did forget to bring up the satellite part. I apologize for that. But looks like some precipitation down around Brownsville, Texas, possibly. And and I was going to say off of the Florida coast north of Miami, but I'm not sure that's precipitation or just false echoes. But I know this up here is. Well, alrighty, that's the only two I brought up, so if I try to bring up anything else while I'm doing the video, it'll mess up the sound and video quality, and I don't want to do all that. I will quickly try to share this over, of course, to Facebook and Twitter, and that'd be it for tonight. I'll try to have a little bit better, well, I should give you the forecast, I suppose. I forgot about that. I forgot to bring that page up, too. I'll read it to you, because I just got it just a moment ago. It's going to be generally fair skies today, Sunday the 11th, until about mid-morning. Then we may have a few minor clouds going by, then become kind of very cloudy to mostly cloudy from mid-morning till sunset, and then becoming fair once again. A low tomorrow morning near 22 degrees. That will be a record coldest low if it gets that cold. High tomorrow about 50 degrees. That'll be warmer than today. Today's high of only 43, so 50 might actually feel pretty good in the sunshine. With east winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And by Monday we have a 90% chance of rain. Starting, I believe, around 4 a.m. Monday morning. It probably won't end till about 1 a.m. Tuesday morning. And then skies will sort of fair up after that. But 90% chance of rain on Monday. Low of 36, a high of 46, with northeast winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Tuesday, looks like fair skies will return. Low of 31, a high of 38. Whew, it's going to be kind of cold there. Have a high of only 38, with north winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour on Tuesday. But since such a late night recording, I'm going to call it at that. And maybe I'll try to get the other graph up for you for later on today if I get a chance to do one then. Well, alrighty, that's it for tonight. Good night, and God bless you, and hope you have a very pleasant Sunday.